As the NFL season pushes deeper into the stretch run, the latest week delivered a wave of surprises. Underdogs rose up across the league, shaking up expectations and sending bettors scrambling. With one matchup still waiting to close the week, fans and oddsmakers are already shifting their attention to what comes next. And the upcoming slate is shaping up to be one of the most intriguing weekends of the entire season. The action begins with Dallas traveling to Detroit in a showdown loaded with offensive firepower and playoff implications. Detroit enters as a slight favorite, and the anticipation around this matchup is already massive. On Sunday, the early window brings a series of compelling matchups. Miami heads to New York for a divisional battle filled with urgency on both sides. The Dolphins step in as a small favorite, but the Jets have been scrappy at home, and that adds an element of unpredictability. Pittsburgh visits Baltimore in one of football's most physical rivalries. The Ravens are favored by nearly a touchdown, but this matchup rarely follows a script, and both defenses are capable of turning the game into a grind. Seattle travels across the country to face Atlanta, where the Seahawks enter as strong favorites. Cincinnati moves into Buffalo for a high-scoring showdown built around two explosive offenses, though Buffalo carries a noticeable edge from the sportsbooks. Washington heads to Minnesota in a matchup that essentially comes down to which team can avoid the critical mistake. Tampa Bay faces New Orleans at home as a heavy favorite, aiming to stay in control of the division. Indianapolis arrives in Jacksonville as a narrow road favorite in a game that could shift the entire race in the South. The late afternoon slate brings even more drama. Denver visits Las Vegas favored by more than a touchdown, though this rivalry always seems to create unexpected moments. Chicago heads to Green Bay in a classic divisional grudge match, with the Packers carrying a sizable advantage. The Rams travel to Arizona with strong backing from the oddsmakers, expected to handle business in a matchup where momentum heavily favors Los Angeles. When the lights come on for Sunday night, Houston travels to Kansas City in a game that has captured national attention. The Chiefs enter slightly favored, but Houston's physical defense and rising confidence make this one of the most unpredictable primetime games of the season. The week closes on Monday with Philadelphia traveling west to face the Chargers. The Eagles are favored on the road, yet questions linger about their consistency, while Los Angeles remains desperate to stay in the playoff hunt. With tight spreads, heavy swings, and playoff races tightening, the upcoming slate might be one of the most compelling weeks of the entire season. Every matchup carries weight, every team has something to fight for, and the stakes have never felt higher.